Hi, welcome to Watch Me Budget. You may remember that I entered a gas transaction the other day and had received 10 cents per gallon off but wasn't tracking that. I've decided to go ahead and track that. So what I'm going to do is search on gas because that will bring up everything that has to do with gas in my budget. And I'm going to edit those transactions where I've notated that I received some money cash back on the purchase. So what I'll do is I'll change that to a split, and then I'm going to categorize both the cashback and the purchase itself as gas. I'm making a little note of points here so that I can search and find out all the transactions I had with points. And then I'm going to calculate how much I actually was credited. So that's going to be 10% of the total gallons. And then down at the bottom there, it shows me how much is remaining to make that transfer balance. So the inflow is what I received, and now I'll enter an outflow for the total amount. So even though this is a reconciled transaction, the total remains the same. Just make it so you can see the full category. You can always resize the fields by dragging those little bars. And I'm going to do this for all of my gas transactions where I had the 10 cents back. I think on this one, I have to guess because I didn't actually enter how many gallons. And my guess is going to be that I paid about $3 a gallon, and I'll just go with that. It's probably not perfect, but it's closer than not entering anything. I'm moving through those fields there by just hitting the tab key. And I forgot to write down that that was a points transaction. You can use the arrows to select the category, or you can just start typing in the field and it will select the category. If I were changing the amount of a reconciled transaction, those are the ones with the little lock, I would get a warning from YNAB because once you've reconciled a transaction, you've told YNAB that you know that your bank account was exactly matched at that same time. And so if I change the amount, that would mean that I couldn't trust my reconciliation. This can seem like a lot of work to go back and do this, but next time I go to the store and get gas, I will just enter it right there when I'm sitting there in the car as a split transaction and look up um, at the pump to see how many gallons I got, and I'll be able to enter it as I sit there, so I won't ever have to do this again. I think there's just one more, or maybe no more. I'm using the scroll bar there to make sure I've looked at all of the transactions. And now when you look, oh, this is another trick. You can click on those little bars to expand or collapse all of the categories. And you can see there's my gas line, and my budget is still all in sync because I didn't actually change any of the amounts. And if I were to click on that outflows column, I could see all the transactions. I'm sorry I didn't demonstrate that. Now I'm going to go back to all accounts and just clear out my search. Doesn't really matter if I do that or not. And let's search for points. And you can see all the points earnings that I have so far, and that now those gas transactions are added in my total. Thanks for watching me budget. You can subscribe or get an affiliate link for the software I'm using below.